Welcome to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes, and had a little bit of a technical difficulty trying to go live, trying to live stream today, but I think it was delayed maybe a couple minutes, maybe a minute, I don't know, but we're here. I'm here. So welcome to Over 50 TV. And it is 12:17. So yeah, it's lunchtime. That's Eastern Standard Time for those of you who are in my time zone. But regardless of that, today what I want to do is talk about the top 5 job boards for older workers in 2024. And I've got myself in a little circle here. I'm going to take myself out of there. Let's get back to our normal. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I've been playing around with this live stream program, getting ready for the big live stream that is coming up on September 28th. It is going to be a 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is called the Power of 50 Career Summit. So be getting ready for that. Me and my business partner Scott Ernst and a host of other people, we're all getting ready for that. But that's not why we're here today, although that is why I had a little bit of a technical difficulty. Like I said, just playing around with this or trying to understand some of the new features that we're going to be using for the live stream, for that live stream. But let's get down to business. Let's talk about the top 5 job boards for older workers. And as you know, I've been running Over 50 TV. If you've been watching me, if some of you have been here with me since the early days for about 5.5, almost 6 years, I think it is now. Lots of comments come in from folks who are looking for work. Get a lot of other people who are commenting or wanting to know more about retirement. We're going to talk about that in later episodes. But the problem that we see with a lot of older workers is just finding that right job. That job is just that's right for you. So I'm going to give you 5 job boards that I found that I believe are good job boards. There's 5 to get all together. Number 4, I'll go over that with you. I think that's more of a clearinghouse. Number 5, I think, is going to be something that could benefit all of you. So I'm hoping that you stay tuned for this event. So yeah, let's talk about the 5 job boards. And I'm going to pull this up here. 5 job boards for older workers. We're going to get down to it so I don't waste your time. It's lunchtime, as I know. So listen, the first one is called retirementjobs.com. And I found this job board. It was really interesting. I've actually sat down with one of my clients, talked about where she could go to find a job. I looked up some job boards for her, sat with her. We found retirementjobs.com. It's a real interesting job board. And the reason that I like it is because it's what's called age friendly. And you can see an arrow there, the top arrow that points to the logo, the age friendly. And what that is, basically, it's certified age friendly employers are expert vetted and committed to bringing or being the best place to work for older adults. So yeah, I really like this particular one. And I do believe that if you hop on there and I'll just say play around with it, which is what I like to do. Is I like to hop on a job board, get on a website, learn about the features of that. But I highly recommend this. And this is number 1 on my list here of the top 5 job boards. I do think, as I will bring it up here again, I do think this is one of the better ones that I've seen. And I've seen a lot of job boards out there. I've done this for a long time. This is one that I can tell you that, in my opinion anyway, it's one of the better ones. It's got over 1 million members. So that's going to be a big, I think, to me, that's a real telltale sign that it's a good job board for you to look at. So retirementjobs.com. I've got a summary. Now, in the description box of this video, I've got a summary of this job board for you. I've also have the link, so you'll be able to just click on it as soon as we're done here, and you can check out that particular job board. But I've got all of them listed here, so you're not going to miss anything if for some reason you don't catch the first one here. But let's just get right to the second job board that I like, and I'm going to click on that one too. This is what I'll say is my second favorite job board. insofar as what I recommend, and I've got some arrows here. You can see the top one, it says the nation's number one nonprofit experience worker provider. And let me get out for a second here. One of the things that I look at, and obviously, I'm running a business. I'm a for-profit business, although sometimes I think we're really nonprofit. But regardless of that, the reason I bring this up is because I value for-profit businesses, of course, but on the other hand, too, I like to look at nonprofits because I feel like they don't have a vested interest in selling me something. And I like this one in particular again because I don't feel like they're trying to sell me. I think what they're trying to do or what they are doing is providing me with some really good information. So this is number 2, and it's called New Solutions. And again, there's going to be a link and a summary of this particular job board. It's going to be in the description box of this video so you can check it out. I'm also going to have I'm thinking right now, we're going to have some information at our Power of 50 Career Summit about this particular job board. So if you are someone, you're older, let's just say you're over 50 years old, maybe you're retired and you just want to find that right job. I love nonprofit job boards. I just do. And granted, there's a lot out there that are for profit. Some of these you got to sign up for. Um, yeah, you do. You have to sign up for them, give them your name, give them your email address. But this one isn't selling you anything. So I'm going to recommend this one highly. Now, let me get to the third job board that I'm going to recommend of the top 5. Now, this one is called Seniors for Hire. I honestly don't think this one is as powerful as the first one or the second one, but it's still a good one. Now, you do have to sign up for Seniors for Hire. So if you look at the arrow that I've got there on the left side, it says seniorsforhire.org, online since 2003. Now, they're saying they are the number one career center for businesses that value a diverse demographic. Now, I'm reading that to you because I don't want you to get confused. Yes, businesses go here, but so do people like you and me, our age group. We're looking for a job, full or part-time. We're going to go there. We're going to check it out. So this to me, this is Seniors for Hire is still a good job board. I wouldn't have put it up here if I didn't think it was something that you could learn from. And again, the link is in the description box, so you can check this out for yourself if you're one of those folks that's, hey, I need to find that job. I want to find a job. Maybe you're taking a break at work. You can check out these sites, these job boards. But if you haven't heard of this one, it's actually a pretty decent one. Now, let me go to the next job board that I'm going to recommend. Now, I want to tell you, this is called Retired Brains. Now, this isn't just, I'll say, a typical job board. I call it a clearinghouse, and I put that up in the top left corner. You can see it. And it's the Retired Brains. You're going to have to click on jobs and work. You'll go there. Now, this will take you to another site, which I kind of wish they just kept me on this particular site just because I would feel more comfortable. But they're taking you to Flex Jobs, which is a side job board. I'll call it a job board that I do like, and I use that one a lot when I'm talking to a client. They're looking for a job. One of the first things I am going to recommend they do is they check out flexjobs.com. It's just a nice site to go to. But again, I'm going to go back to this one here. So Retire Brains will when you click on the jobs and work, it's going to take you to Flex Jobs. But this is a good site for a lot of folks out there because what you see is you see other items on here, other categories that you may find interesting or helpful to you. So I would check out Retired Brains just because, again, it's one of those nice sites, but it's more of a clearinghouse for you. I do like it. It's number 4 on our list. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to number 5. Now, number 5 isn't what I'll call a typical job board, not by any stretch of the imagination. This is really a government agency. And let's just hop on it so that you can check it out real quick here. It's called Senior Community Service Employment Program. I put in parentheses there the acronym, the abbreviation, whatever you want to call it, SCSEP. That's an acronym that stands for the Senior Community Service Employment Program. This is a nonprofit. Now, there are certain requirements for this, and I'll let you check out the requirements yourself, but I will say that you gotta be at least 55 years old. Now, you also have a family income requirement on this as well, so you're gonna wanna look to see if you qualify. But this is a nice program. I've recommended this program a few times on Over 50 TV, and I've definitely remember doing a video on this. God, it had to be, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe like a couple of years ago, even maybe even longer, when I first recommended this particular platform, because what they do is they'll pay you. So you can work up to, I think it's 20 hours a week and get paid. So if you qualify for SCSEP, okay, if you qualify for this number 5, I'll call it a job board, all right? It's a government agency. We have them in every state, in my home state of Ohio, we've got it too. But you get paid. If you qualify, you can get 20 hours a week of pay from this particular site. So I really recommend, if you're somebody out there and you know what, you're not working, or maybe you just decide you're going to change jobs because you're not making enough money, I'd recommend at least checking this site out to see if you can get paid for, working at some gig, and it's a guaranteed pay at, like I said, I think it's 20 hours a week. And I've recommended this site in the past. It's a site that I usually recommend to my clients when I do some one-on-ones. Actually, I've done some group sessions too with some, folks who maybe they're a little bit lower income and they need to get some work right away. So I'll recommend the SCSEP. Let me throw this back up here for you just so you can see it. But I'll recommend the Senior Community Service Employment Program. I do think it's a good program. It's a nonprofit, and most states, I think all states have this program. So it's a really, really good one for somebody out there who needs to make some money and you just don't have it. So even if you don't qualify for this program, if you know someone that does, I just ask you to share this information with somebody who really needs it. But listen, I've just given you 4 other sites that you can check out, because I really think these are really cool job boards. And let me go back to them really quick just to mention it. So number 1, we had retirementjobs.com. I like that one. Number 2, which is another one that I think is pretty good, is NEWSolutions. You can see that there. And again, the link to the video is in this, a link to the sites in the description box. Then we're going to go back down to number 3. That's Seniors for Hire. You do have to sign up for these, by the way, but you know what? To me, it's worth it if you're looking for a job. These are nice job boards that you can check out. Here's the clearinghouse one. I call it a clearinghouse. Basically, it's just going to redirect you. But there are some ads on here, some information that could help you find work, which is, again, probably the biggest reason I included this. And then last but not least, just to sum it back up, we're back to Senior Community Service Employment Program. I think that all of these are good job boards. These are my top 5. And again, number 4 is more of a government program, but they're all good job boards. Check them out. Got any questions, send me a message. If you know other job boards, let me know so I can share that information with other folks. Now, I do want to just remind you, the Power Up 50 Career Summit's coming up pretty soon. It's coming up on the 28th. I am going to tell you, we're going to have some giveaways, and you're going to qualify even if you're not there, because we're going to live stream this program. Most of the people watching or viewing it will be on the live stream. We'll have some freebies for you that you can qualify for no matter where you're at least in the US. And hopefully I can get some freebies to you if you're not in the US. But you'll get some freebies. You'll get a lot of good information. I've got Joe Nay. He is a YouTuber. He's got Ohio Wood Burner. He's got the largest site in his category. He's got a great story. The guy's 55, I think 56, I think he is. Joe's a dynamic personality. He's going to be there. I was able to get him. He's a world traveler, seen in 70 countries. Joe's going to be here at our event, the Power of 50 Career Summit. Got some other great speakers too. Some people that are fairly influential in the business world who can tell you how to start a side hustle. Got some companies that will also tell you how to get a job. That's at the Power of 50 Career Summit. Got a link in the description box. That's all I have for you today. Don't want to keep you away from your lunch, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do now is figure out how I can figure out how I can get out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. And as I always say, everybody, I hope